Hello, Joanne. My name is Susan Glemser. I'm glad that you came in to interview for our seventh grade language arts teacher. Can you go through your background, history, and what would make you a good fit for our school?
Sure, thank you. First, I'd like to say thank you for considering me for the position. As you know, I've worked a number of years, 15 years, with children ranging in age from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade, but I have a particular knack with middle schoolers. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what I consider a good teacher. So in order to be effective at teaching, I believe it's important to learn 3 things about each student. That would be their prior knowledge, what motivates them, and their individual learning styles. So now we know that students function at different levels, and the challenge, therefore, to a teacher would be to find that level and to push the student within it and then past it. And it's important to monitor and assess the performance of students and learn their strengths and their weaknesses. So this can be done in a number of ways, of course, but I'm going to choose to concentrate on one topic in particular, and that's technology.
Okay.
So I believe technology is a very valuable tool today. It can breathe life into old, tired, worn-out learning systems and bring them into the future. And I also believe it's no longer an option that we use technology and the resources available, but rather it's critical that we do so if we want to keep pace with the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, within the classroom, that translates into tablets or laptops for the students with applications and programs that are tailored to meet their individual levels and pace, etc. And speaking of the classroom setting, I believe a teacher has the power to capture the imagination of her students and to keep them engaged if she is energetic and passionate about the subject matter herself. So I'm a user of unconventional methods and resources myself. For instance, what if you had a class of 7th grade language arts students and you gave them a few days to translate, so to speak, a Shakespeare sonnet or a Shakespeare play into today's relevant language. And then you give them an opportunity to perform that play or sonnet in front of a group of their peers, say a school assembly. Not only is that a great technique for all involved, but it's also a good way to foster a spirit of camaraderie and interaction.
Okay.
And while we're on the subject of interaction, I myself have never had any trouble creating rapport with students. It comes easily to me. I enjoy interacting with the youth, and especially those that are on the social periphery or are otherwise disadvantaged. For an example, I like storytelling. I love to tell stories and experiences from my own life. I feel that by doing so, I can gain their trust. And I can also instill within my students a love of reading and writing and self-expression by doing those things. I like to encourage children to read often and as many books as possible. And I also want to nurture within them a love of education because their futures matter to me very much. I think it's evident that I care very much about these students and I want them to succeed. I've gained a tremendous amount of accomplishment over the years by working with these kids, and they have given me in return just an immense amount of joy and happiness in my life. I would consider it a privilege to be a language arts teacher here at Lova Middle School, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.